Hey, what's up everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button because that helps out the channel tremendously and it would mean a lot to me as well. I had said that, there is a bit of a bias and things like that when it comes to the media and Sony in general, and it is a bit unfortunate that people just let these things Sony get away with some of these things, right? So if you remember, Guerrilla Games, Cambridge, the ones behind various different games, including like Medieval and things like that. Most recently, they had done the PlayStation VR game Rigs, and now obviously they're closed down and things like that. First of all, it's interesting because we usually don't see developers come out and kind of, I wouldn't say talk bad, but just say basically what happened and make Sony not look in the best of lights. You know what I mean? Just from reading what they've said, obviously disgruntled or whatever. But it's always funny to me because when Microsoft would cancel a game or close a studio, people would believe the disgruntled employee. Well, of course they're going to be disgruntled and say a little bit of maybe a slant in what's going on and from the actual truth or whatever. But they said that Riggs never got a chance to grow. Sony kind of surprised them by closing down the studio, and I will link this in the description so you guys can check it out as well. It says the start of 2017 was marked with sad news for PlayStation fans as Sony announced that it was shutting down Guerrilla Cambridge, a UK-based studio that had just recently released Riggs Mechanized Combat League for PlayStation VR. The news was sudden for everyone, including, it seems, the developers. 3 months on, and two former members of the team have started a new indie studio, and they were showing off their new game, revealing the game to Eurogamer. However, they took a bit of time to reflect on the closure of Guerrilla Cambridge, noting that Riggs never got a chance to grow and go where we wanted it to be. I think we made a great game, which is why it was sad the studio shut, he said. We were still working on more stuff for it, getting more levels and more DLC out for the community. In case you didn't know, Riggs was a multiplayer first-person shooter set in a futuristic mech combat event. Players climbed into different classes of Riggs and met in arenas across the world to do battle. It used the DualShock 4 controllers, one of the few full FPS games available for the PlayStation VR when it launched in October. So when it closed, Sony confirmed that future DLC would not be released, though a free content drop did hit in late 2016. The thing that the saddest perhaps is that Riggs never got the chance to grow and go where we wanted to go, but it did a good job of pushing VR and setting a benchmark, perhaps, for other developers to follow. He said that while the decision to close the studio was surprising, he didn't think Sony took it lightly. Fortunately, most of the people have gone on to other things now, but these things happen. So why is it like, these things happen when Sony does it, and when Microsoft does it, it's not? To me, I just think that they kind of got forced into doing a type of game that they probably wouldn't have normally wanted to do, which is a VR game to push Sony's new peripheral, and then they don't even get to finish the damn DLC or anything like that. I mean, to me, that sounds a little bit weird and a little bit unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I mean, nobody's going to really say anything. Like, this has been a story for a few days now, and literally nobody has said anything about this. So it's just one of those situations where Sony can pretty much close down studios and, cut them off from making DLC, and nobody really says a word about it. A little bit unfortunate, but, this is what happens pretty much. When you're Sony, you can pretty much do no wrong. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. Have a good night. Crapgamer out.